What up, everyone? Good evening. Maraming salamat for being here for this evening. And just so you know, I know it's already 10 p.m. I just want to honor you guys for just tuning in our very quick session for this evening. And I mentioned in the past, I think middle of this week, that we're going to actually talk about yung top three stock picks ko in the Philippine stock market. And what's exciting about it is these are not so volatile stocks. At the same time, maganda rin yung dividend yield niya. Well, at least 2 out of 3 doon maganda ang dividend yield. And I hope you're all excited for this. And if you think you have friends, if you're going to watch this on replay, yung mga team replay, no worries po kayo. And team live, welcome po sa inyong live. Team replay, don't worry, just watch it again. You get the chance to see how I think and how you can actually take advantage lang of our community where we actually grow our mindset, expand our heart set so that our wealth set will be ready to receive God's greatest abundance. And right now, nakakatuwa, I just want to share with you guys a massive transformational purpose that we're creating right now. And it's going to be in 5 years, 5 years na imagine ko right now. First World Philippines, yun ang bagong motto. Aside from 10x your life, First World Philippines po, guys. Looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, it's gonna be a long journey, but I know it's gonna start from all of us, each and every one of us right now. So sige, I'll start with quick recap tayo ng how we do or how I do yung mga investment na ito. And balikan natin yung ating framework. So this is how I check for any investment. Number one, maganda ba yung rate of return? O, ibig sabihin na rate of return, is it going to give me enough return that's going to beat inflation? I think I mentioned noong April 2022, inflation was around 3.8% already. Diba? So, ang taas na po inflation. And how our gases have been hiking up for the past few days. Guys, kanina lang dumaan ako sa isang gasoline station. I was driving by, sabi ko, wala na pong pasang-awa, guys. Wala na pong pasang-awa. Ang lowest na nakita ko doon, I think it's because it's near Resorts World, it's an 80. Di ba? Parang ang hirap na nga na makakuha sa high school tsaka college. Pero sa gasoline, na-achieve na po 80. Tapos merong 90. Ayan, so taas kamay po mga nagda-drive ngayon or yung mga may cars and affected sila sa pagtaas ng presyohan ng gasoline. Okay, so balik tayo dito. Let me give you a recap of how I check any investment, and that's number one, rate of return. Tandaan nyo po, like yung mga sa bangko po natin, below 1% yan, if not 0.25% yung ating mga savings deposit. I've already shared with you guys yung isang time deposit na nakita ko, 4%. Again, that's just a safer option. It's just gonna protect your capital, but it's not just gonna let it grow. So, syempre, we just allocate, we diversify. Some of our assets will be allocated to higher rate of return, like yung mga MP2, yan sa stock market, preferred shares, etc. And later on, we'll talk about, basically, we're gonna focus on stock market. So, that's rate of return. Number two, we're gonna check the background. Ano ba yung background ng mga companies na ito? Ano ba yung news around it? What are the financials? What are the yung who's backing up, sino ba yung nagmamanage ng mga companies na ito? And I think it's a very logical way of looking at your investments na, kung untrustworthy yung person na nagmamanage, you wouldn't want to give your money to them, right? Number three is it a good time to enter? So later on, I'll be checking yung mga charts, yung mga live charts natin, or actually they're Friday charts, and we're gonna see if it's a good time or when's the best time, or at least ideal spot or range ako na nag-aabang ng entry point for me. Number four is how long will I love it? Gano'ng katagal ko pumamahalin yung isang investment na ito? I'm gonna check. So later on, it's all about emotion. It's all about how attached are you to this particular investment. If you're a trader, malamang mas less attachment. If not, no attachment at all. But if you're an investor just like me, value investor ka, baka pang matagalan na to. No? Pang retirement money mo na to hanggang sa mag-enjoy ka na. And lastly, how much funds I'll set aside for it. Okay, so I hope this was a good review how I check for any investment. This is actually a framework I've been using for the past 8 years. Nung first first 2 years ko sa investing, wala lang yun. Basta-basta lang, bara-bara. And right now, syempre, level up na po tayo. We do this as, syempre, we're protecting our money. Sa dami ng mga na-experience ko na nawalan ng money, nadagdagan, hindi alam saan papunta, di ba? So guys, tatlo lang po yung stocks natin na nakikita ko. Number 1 is DMC or DM Consunhi. Number 2, SGP, Synergy Grid and Power. And lastly, Ginebra, San Miguel. Wala po tayong bias na. Pero I'll share with you guys kung bakit ko siya nakita. So let's start with a very nice company. No? I just recently checked on this. Ang ganda naman ito. I never expected this company to actually have a potential. But let's look over it. No? This is a company named Synergy Grid and Development Philippines. No? And ang cool dyan noong April pa lang 2022, they were awarded greater control over NGCP. So what's NGCP, guys? It's the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. Ibig sabihin niyan po, dumagdag yung power nila or yung control nila over electricity. And that what's a good opportunity for this one is that since there's more allocation for them, there's more chances of winning. More chances of earning additional profit. Diba? So that's a good sign. That's actually how it's gonna look like. Pero atong interesting dyan, hindi pa tumataas yung stock price niya since this announcement. And what's interesting with that is, let's start first, diba? Sundan natin yung ating structure, which is we check the rate of return. Again, guys, this is a very nice website that I use. It's called pesobility.com. I check here yung mga rate of return niya or yung dividend rate. So as you can see ito, Synergy Grid and Development Philippines. Ang current price po niya is 12.8. And we click the dividends portion. Click natin si dividends portion. 2020, 2021, nagbibigay siya ng dividends. Okay, so hindi ganun kalayo pa, no? So, pero tingnan natin, ano ba equivalent nito? For 2021, so for the whole year, magkano to? 0.475 sa cash, dito sa 0.2. So, technically, nasa 0.875. No? 0.875 ang growing. 0.875 per year. 0.875 per share divided by magkano ba yung price niya kanina, 12.18 if I'm not mistaken. So kung nung time na yun, no, that's around 7%. That's around 7% return. If 7%, parang wow, sobrang taas ba ng 7%? It's not bad per annum, 7%. That's still better than the inflation. And what's good is, sure ka, magandang company yan. Okay? So, tingnan natin. Okay, following the framework, balikan natin yung framework natin. No? Sabi na, framework natin is, okay na, medyo familiar na kayo sa background niya. Is it a good time to enter? So, right now, let's look at Investagrams. This is also a tool I use, Investagrams. SGP. So, tingnan natin si SGP. Magkano ba siya ngayon? Tingnan natin, guys. Okay, sana po. Natutuwa kayo. Sa mga nandyan online, welcome po sa inyo. Mga first-timers that are in, ang dami pong, we're actually growing as a community kasi yung different Facebook pages natin, TikTok, Instagram, lumalawak yung reach, I don't know. It's really alignment. I think it's the message that, the talent that God gave me to actually explain these things in simplest possible manner that I can. Tingnan lang natin to, yung stock, yung charts. Okay. So you can see this is SGP. Siguro weird lang na yung tsura na itong SGP. No? Zoom in tayo. Zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom in tayo sa current niya. Malapit-lapit na panahon. So today, it's already 12 point. Ito yung cool dyan, no? Nung prior November last year, I haven't actually checked bakit ano yung reason. No? It dropped from a high 400, naging 12 pesos. Pero currently, ito yung presyo niya, no? With the price being at 12.8. Wait lang, guys. Medyo hindi hirap tayo sa Hirap tayo sa laptop. Okay. Tingnan natin kung maganda itsura sa Okay. Sige, maganda naman pala itsura. So, let's check kung kaya natin i-zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom out. Itsura ng chart. So, if you're going to analyze charts like this, no, it's medyo, ano pa siya, indecisive in a way. It's going uptrend, yes, it is, since March. Tapos with the announcement, so April yung announcement, no, tumaas siya saglit, pero it didn't do anything significant naman. So, that's actually a good sign for us to actually get in. So, as you can see, tingin tayo ng mga zones or areas saan siya madalas tumatama. And as you can see here, ayan, medyo madalas itong tamaan tong lugar na to. Around 12 pesos per share to 12.80. And that signifies for me is a good area for me to keep buying. Okay, so guys, kayo rin, do your own research on this. But essentially, iipon ako around 12 to 12.2. Yung meron akong friend na nagtatanong sa akin, what I do is below 12.5 para lang may range. Kasi minsan hindi ka makabili. Pagka busy ka, you're not able to check the stock market as often. Yeah. You can buy around this area. 12 to 12.2. And I think that's gonna be a good opportunity. Kasi imagine nyo na lang, no? If this starts moving higher, yung opportunity na kumuha ka ng higher price, that's 12 point, balik lang tayo, yung presyo lang around November, highest in 16. Magkano yung opportunity for you to grow your money? 16.5 divided by 12.2 average minus 1. That's 35% possible growth. Possible growth, 35%. So that's SGP for you guys. I hope you're learning from that one. Pwede naman yung at least ma-appreciate. Pwede. So yun, may good news ka. Para lang din yan nung mention ko yung Semirara. Again, it's a mining company. Kung hindi kayo fan ng mga mining, huwag niyo po kayo mag-i-invest doon. But if you want their dividends, it's really good. Good dividends. Okay, so nakita na natin sa SGP. Sagutin natin yung next question sa ating framework. How long will I love it? Gaano katagal ko siyang hahawakan? Ako, this is gonna be until umabot ako sa target price ko. Ako, I'm assuming lalagpas pa to ng 20. Bakit? All because it's a rare commodity. Hindi iilan lang ang mga power generating companies. And alam ko, they're very profitable. And that's a good chance. So how long? As long as I can. Pagka nakita ko hindi na viable, exit na ako dyan. Or more, sobrang dami ko ng in profit from that. How much funds will I set aside for it? So how much funds? Depende kayo. Kasi usually I invest in the stock market 10 to 15% ng allotment ko. Paminsan 20%, 30%, depende kasi may mga ibang binabayaran din ako. Pagka may extra ako, I go for this stock. Okay? Or at least I put it in the stock market, i-divide ko na siya dyan sa tatlong suggested ko. Or actually, 3 things na pwede nyo gawin din. Next. I hope you're learning from that one, guys. Sana may napulot kayo yan. Yung mga viewers natin dyan. Team Replay. Sana may napulot kayo dyan. Okay, next naman tayo. Next is SGP, no? What I mentioned was DMC. Okay, doon tayo sa DMC. Ba't nawawala yung DMC? Saan pa na yun? Okay, nawawala yung pagbukas ng DMC. Okay lang yan. Yan nga yung cool dito. Bubukas na lang yan. Holding company. DMC, let's go! Ito guys, baka magulat kayo kay DMC. Maaliw na lang kayo sa return. Ito pa lang, 10%. 10% return nito. Okay, so following the flow, no, ano yung rate of return niya? Tingnan natin yung dividends lang. This year pa lang guys, nasa 0.48 na ang dinedeclare niya. 0.48. Tingnan natin si calculator. 0.48 divided by 9 pesos. 5% na. Kahigit sa 5% na sa 2 months na yan. Ay, sa 2 payoffs na yan. Tingnan nyo ilang beses siya. 3. 3 po siya mag-pay out in a year. Palakpakan naman dyan, no? Imagine nyo na lang, more or less, based lang din naman sa na-mention doon sa stock data niya. It's averaging around 8 to 10%. That's not bad. 8 to 10%. That's not bad. Na dividend rate. Okay, sige. So, ano na next natin na question? Balik tayo sa framework. Next question, background. DMC. Kilala niyo na si DMCI. That's actually yung mga condos na magaganda. Condos na malalaki cut. Their quality. They're mid-price pero quality. And Yeah, yun pa lang, parang solve ka na kagad. Pero this is their holding company. And what's great about this, if we look at the stock price, it's still at good and desirable prices. So, tingnan natin, ha. Okay, so si DMC. So, tingnan natin yung mga dati niya. Previous, guys, tingnan nyo. Wala pa siya sa pre-pandemic prices. Hindi pa tayo bumabalik sa pre-pandemic prices. And what's cool about this, it's priced at 9 pesos per share. But for me, if I'm going to enter this particular company, I'd be kakabreak lang niya actually ng previous resistance. Binasag niya itong previous resistance. Okay, pwede. So ako, I'd be checking to get in around this area. Why? This area is actually the spot that pushed the price to go to overcome this resistance. And this spot, ito yung unang spot na pwede akong bumili, 8.8. Pwede ako mag-ipon dyan. Pwede rin ako mag-ipon actually at this price, itong mga 9. Pero kung gusto ko talaga, meron ako nakaabang na purchase order for at this price, 8.8. Okay, if in case na bumaba pa siya, ay meron din ako nakaabang na order at this level, around 8.3. Other than that, I don't think it'll drop any further from the 8.3. Pero ito na yung lowest point na pwede niyong balikan, 8.1. Bam! Okay, so if it's a good time today, no, not yet. Aabang ako sa mga prices na to, 9.1, 8.8, and 8.2. You might be wondering, Jem, paano gagawin ko kapag pagka bumaba pa? Wala, abang lang siya. Kaya nga ako, hindi ako ma-all in lalo na ngayon. Sabi ko, hindi, kasi meron nakaabang purchasing power to buy these shares. Okay? Hope this was helpful for you guys. And lastly, bago tayo mag-proceed sa last na natin, guys, don't forget to follow our TikTok. Ayan, marami po kayo makukuha dyan. Videos are uploaded here faster kasi yung iba dito, real-time ko sinasagot yung mga tanong from Facebook pages, from the communities. Ayan, so it's _AskJMang kasi yung dati ko, hindi ko na malaman ng password, hindi ko siya matanggal tuloy. So, gawa na lang tayo ng newer version. Super dami yan, taxes, business, motivational, we have mga investments, other investment options. Super dami makukuha kayo dito. Kasi I post 3 to 4 videos per day under TikTok. Sa Facebook, 2 to 3, 2 videos lang yan at max per day. So, dyan mabilis yan. Okay, thank you dun sa ating commercial. Next na tayo, nasa na si... Nice, ito tingnan natin to. This is Ginebra. So, Ginebra has a rate of return, Balikan natin si Ginebra. In terms of dividends, this year alone, nag-dividend siya, current price pala ni Ginebra, para lang aware, 107.5. So, bumaba na siya, Pero, what's good about this? In the past few years, positive lagi ang dinideclare ni GSMI or ni Ginebra. And what's a good opportunity, people will always look for alcohol para makapag-distress, enjoy, party with their friends. Okay? So, tingnan nyo to. 0.3751. So, 1.375 times 2. 1.375 times 2. 2.75. So, as you can see here, actually, mababa lang interest rate na to, pero yung potential na to grow, it's going to be a steal pagka na yan. So, nasa 2.5% per annum. So, baba siya sa inflation, pero ito po is a possible growth stock for you guys. Kung gusto nyo itong kunin, why not? Ano yung next question nga natin ulit sa ating framework? Background, kilala nyo si Ginebra, it's owned by San Miguel Corporation. It's managed by really great people, very into infrastructure. So, marami kayong magugustuhan for this time. And, so, balikan na natin let's look at where is it a good time to enter. And this is GSMI. GSMI, Okay, mukhang okay pa ako. Okay pa ako sa sa zone na ito kung bibili ako ng Ginebra. So now it's 107.5. It's at this zone. Okay, so nasa buying zone siya. Guys, it's in a good buying zone. So 107, kung gusto mo mag-abang, abang ka rin sa lower zones dito. That's around, konti na lang nando. So kayo na bahala mag-isip. 104, 102 to 104, that's also a good zone. Pero its current zone is actually not bad. Kasi imagine niyo lang, no? 107 siya, umabot siya ng 125. That's still what? 20%. Less than 15 to 20%. Pero, no, there's a chance na mas lumaki pa to when valuations kick in. Guys, kayo na. Celebrate kayo niyan. Okay, so how long do I hold this GSMI? Siguro I'll probably hold this until I reach a very good profit range. Pansinin nyo, no, pagkasagot ko, hindi siya. Pagkadating sa stock market talaga, matagal-tagal. Let it pour. So 6-8 months. Pero pagka dumating yun, swerte ka dyan. Masarap po ang tulog niyo. But with the dividends, 2.5% per annum, that's definitely a good opportunity for you guys. So sana marami po kayo natutunan dito. No? Don't forget to follow our different socials. Yung mga rich friends, advocates natin dyan, new ones are coming in. If you haven't learned the 10x Your Life formula, go ahead, register po kayo 10xyourlife.ph. Marami po 10x Your Life Success Habits. Pag malay nyo, makatulong po yan to what? First World Philippines. So First World Philippines po ang goal namin, and that's actually one of the community's goal for you guys. And yeah, so yun lang. I'm really excited for you guys to learn, to embark on this journey. If you have opportunities to grow yourself more, this is actually the space for it. We'll be sharing different mindset hacks, Heartset hacks, and of course Wealthset hacks. Lagi po yan nandiyan. And yeah, so to the upcoming 10x Your Life workshop, don't forget to register. It's in the link below. I think that's the description box. It's 10xyourlife.ph. And ito pa, lastly, you can get faster videos if may nilagay kayong mga comments sa comment section, questions, sasagutin ko yan through my TikTok_askJMan. Okay? So sana marami kayong napulot and you get the chance to actually grow your portfolio in the next 2 to 3 years. Na-excite ako para sa inyo. Abundance level 99. Okay? So see you guys. I hope you enjoy. Outro video muna.